Hey guys, so this is the Vex 3 All-Stars world record. I felt like doing post-commentary because the audio for this is actually a podcast, which I'm pretty sure is not even allowed to be playing that audio, because that's what I was listening to when I was doing this, and there was no game volume or anything. So I thought it'd be super lame to just have a quiet video, because the last time I did that, I really regretted it. So I felt like doing post-commentary. And I think post-commentary just makes it more interesting, because you can explain what's going on, or if you do anything cool, which usually I don't, but it might happen because I mean it's the world record. There's some time saves over. So the previous world record was 11:32 by daedlus. Of course, the Vex God. I beat it with 11:05, but it turns out I wasn't even recording. But I choked in vexation a whole bunch, so I figured I might as well go for sub 11. Woohoo! I did it too. You can probably tell because it says the time and the title. That's a huge spoiler. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But if I didn't, then how would you know what the time was? And you wouldn't know if it's the world record or not, right? Anyway, so Big's time save was in Act 2. I have no idea why this actually saves time, but normally you'd think you want to die right away, right? Because that would be the best thing to do. But no, if you wait a second, go over there and die, then it changes the cycle on the blocks that you have to wait. Over there you can see the blue and red moving vertically block things. Accurate description, thank you. Yeah, so normally you actually have to wait for the next cycle, but if you die later, you can for some reason make that, and it saves like 5 seconds, which is pretty sweet. This world record can be improved by quite a bit. I lost probably 10 seconds in Act 7, I think it is, and I also lost maybe 15 seconds in vexation, so there's plenty of time to save. Besides that, all the other levels were pretty much perfect, but yeah, those two specifically sucked. I'm a little disappointed that I choked in vexation again, but I'm still happy I got the world record, so yay for that. So Act 3, you always have to wait for these shurikens, unless you do this crazy strat that is apparently possible, you can actually make it over, but that's definitely not worth it. This is probably the least optimized category, so if you do want to get a Vex 3 record, you could break this one. I'm sure it'd be nice and fun. It only took me 26 attempts, apparently, to get sub 11, which beat the world record by 30-something seconds. So that's cool. Also, I'm pretty sure you can make an earlier cycle there, too, but I didn't. And I just, saved pretty much no time. Man, this is going to be a long commentary. I just remembered. All-Stars is pretty much any percent, except you add in about 2.5 minutes. So that's really the only difference. If you just want a slightly longer speed run, you can do this one. Yeah, so what am I going to talk about for the rest of the time, man? I didn't think this through. I don't have things to say for 10 minutes or 11 minutes or whatever. Oh, actually, new strat here. I just go under that saw. I don't know why daedlus never did that, but I'm pretty sure that saves time. Actually, I might have died here. Yeah, I did, and that caused me to lose some time. For some reason... Oh, wait, no, I did make that. Oh, I tried to be super greedy and get around those shurikens. It's probably possible, but I didn't do it. That maybe would have saved like a second. No, probably like 3 seconds. Because dying actually costs about 1.5 seconds. Because the game like freezes with the little death animation. Yeah, 1.5 seconds. There we go. Oh, I added the little graph in the bottom left that shows my times. I think it looks pretty professional. I don't know what you're talking about. And also the detailed timer, which, is below the timer. And it also tells you your best and how much pretty much. Are you gonna learn to speak sometime, man? But yeah, it tells you your best, and then it tells you your PB, so pretty much it tells you how much time you can save. Unfortunately, I'm racing a whole bunch of golds, so it's a little hard to tell. This, Act 5, normally you just skip it completely, so I didn't even know what this level was, but I learned. It's a average level. I'm surprised. Oh, that strat is actually also new. Normally you go to the left, and it's a little harder, I think. But I managed to do that. And get it first try. I was pretty happy with that. It's like a perfect Act 5, yeah. Really perfect. So, Vex 3 is a fun game to speedrun, honestly. I think it might actually be my favorite of the Vex series. I know, that's nuts, but I like Vex 1 a lot. It's more glitchy, I guess. But this one, the down kick is just cool. Because I like having different jump variant heights. It makes it more like strategic. And I'm kind of used to that anyways. In Give Up and Exit Path and such, you can vary your jump height just by, pressing or holding up versus just pressing it. But in this game, you just have to press up and then down immediately after you press up. And it's a little tricky, but I think it's a cool little mechanic that they added. I'm glad they did that. Oof, okay, so I guess that was one cycle, which is like a second at most you can lose there. So in theory, what's the best possible time for this? If daedlus decides this is a fun enough category, he doesn't like this category at all. I mean, I think it's fine. It's really just any percent, but a little bit longer, so I don't have any problems with it. It's just another category, kind of. Oh, I might do 96% after this. I'm not completely sure. Anyway, here's the time loss, or one of the time losses. A very stupid death, because that section, it's kind of generous. The bottom saw, at least, is very generous. The top saw is not generous at all, so... And I guess I wasted some time there. That's unfortunate. Maybe it didn't matter because you actually have to wait for this saw. Yeah, right there. So it didn't really matter of that small mistake. I'm not sure what's faster here, but I get the checkpoint and then just go get the star and die. You can, just not avoid the checkpoint and then get the star and go all the way up. And that's the 96% strat because there's an achievement for getting, or for just getting out of the water before you die out of lack of breath, I suppose. So that's the way to do that. So yeah, there's only one star per level in this, which isn't like Vex 2 All Stars where there's multiple. But none of the stars are really like annoying to get. Well, actually, I think the Act 9 star is probably my least favorite. It's so stupid. It's such a trolly star because you can't even you can barely see it, and the way you get it is you hop on invisible platforms. I mean, come on, that's such like a Mario Maker thing to do. So not the best level design if you ask me. Potential best time, I think was what I was gonna say. Sub 1030. That is crazy fast, and that would be pretty much fully optimized at that point. I'm sure my sum of best is around a 1030, and obviously you can't like match your sum of best. Realistically, you can get within a couple seconds if you really play a whole crap ton, like Vex 2 any percent for daedlus. I mean, I still think that's insane. To get within like 2 seconds of your sum of best, that's making no mistakes in a 6-minute run that's full of really tight jumps. Like, come on, man, that's really difficult. I'm really bad at that, like, cannon shot right there, by the way. I've lost so many, not lost runs, but I've lost a lot of time just dying there. I don't even want to tell you how many times I've messed that up. So I was really glad to get that. And it was a gold, so I was like, oh crap, this is actually a decent run, because I thought I choked it away on X7. Turns out I didn't, and I went for the fast strats here, but I messed up the slide. I did it way too early, so I decided to play it safe with the next saw thing. Doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, not a completely optimized category, so it's nice to kind of just go for safe strats and not have to worry about losing too much time. Yeah. So that's this category. What else? Man, okay, so talking for like 11 minutes about a certain game, it gets tiring. Well, there's not enough to say. Oh, and here, so that's, the invisible blocks, and it took me way too long to realize what pattern that was. I mean, it's really obvious, but I died multiple times there before. Man, yeah, so talking for 11 minutes about a game like this is not exactly easy. I don't know. I mean, I could just commentate, point out all of the obvious things that happen, but I don't feel like that's really necessary. Except that that's exactly what I'm going to do because I have nothing else to say. I think Oh no, okay. So I took that safe, which was stupid, if you ask me. Oh, and I died there. I thought that was kind of BS. I don't know if you're agreeing with me at this time. Okay, God, dude, I need to phrase my sentences so much better. I sound so stupid sometimes. It's embarrassing. I use the reset strat here. So if you just reset, it causes that block to, for some reason, move down in the beginning instead of up, and it saves like a few seconds. Got to get this jump, which I messed up in my PB, and then I was like, okay, it's easy from here, right? And then look what happens. Oh boy, I do the perfect jump into the saw. Nice. And that loses at least 5 seconds. Probably 10 seconds. Yeah, so there's a lot of time to save in Vexation. I was disappointed. In fact, I didn't even think I was going to PB at this point. I was like, oh no, it's going to be close. I guess I have to go for the hard strat, which is dodging that cannon and then dodging this cannon, which luckily I did. And I got a 1054. Yay! So that's Vex 3 All-Stars. Thanks for watching. If you found this somewhat interesting, you can leave a like. See ya.